it's a great shot of the person interacting with it for the first time. This is the first time I saw someone interacting with it, was on these videos, and man, it took my breath away just how big it was. Like, you kind of know cognitively how big this is, but then when you see someone interacting with it, it really seats that home. It's amazing. So you get to see there how it would have come out of the box with those engines off, the landing gear off, guns off, and then that's all there is to put it together and be flying it around. So just some super simple assembly, but also fun play for popping those off for different things. So lots of great detail shots here. Just some quick pans so you can kind of see all that surface detail, all that stuff. We talked a little bit about that in our launch video.
Amazing. But I think you're right. Yeah.
Here we got the shot of the side door coming open and pulling that ramp down. So pop that out, be able to walk up inside there.
And we can see the figure here. So again, that's an early figure. It's a great model with the cape, but it's going to look great.
Yeah, and just some more like panning shots to give you guys a really good look at this thing. Good look at how all those forms are really coming together. And again, I mean, this is a gray model in prototype, but it will have color when it's released. It will be painted, rest assured. I know there were some questions about that, but yeah, this is not a kit. This is a toy. So here's a great shot looking up into the back of the cargo hold, opening that door, ramp coming down. Our
see that
prototype figure standing on top of that. So just zooming in on some of those details inside the thing. We go here to that top panel coming off. We talked about how we did that to get some great access down inside, but you can also see those little hooks to hold carbonite blocks there and move around. The left side door coming off.
Yeah, those carbonite blocks, they would be an interesting item at some point in the future. So we'll see what happens with those.
We've got to save room for all the possibilities. But there's that side panel off. Looking inside this thing, all sorts of great room inside there. Yeah, here's another shot just showing how that carbon freezing chamber we saw in that first episode opens up. There's some great play value there for throwing figures into. Some other shots. Here's the weapons locker opening up, and as we talked about in the live stream, it will come chock full of a full Mandalorian arsenal in there. So every one of those little pieces comes out. Will all be a great addition to any vintage collection's arsenal. So some super fun play there. Great details and really accurate to the show. So everyone you see in the show, you'll see in that. Here we've got a look at the bunk and that refresher area. So you can pop that little door off and see there inside the bunk. Fold the little cargo compartment area down, stash your stuff in there. Here we're moving on to the cockpit. So open this up a little bit. See inside there. So top comes off so you can really get full access down in there. Play with all those controls. Super detailed dashboard panels, 3 seats. And as you guys guessed, there's a missing knob there from that one control. I love that you guys kind of picked up on that detail. So yeah, and you'll notice there next to that, there's also a little peg on the top. So a great place for that figure to stand and really pose out some fun scenes in that cockpit. So just some more detailed shots here, really showing you all those switches, the extra seats, all the space in there to stash your goodies around the cockpit, really get the figures in there, play with all that. So some super fun features, we think.
And you can see I think we can see that figure through that cockpit glass. So again, with that soft goods cape, he will fit in there, which is kind of the whole goal of that.
He looks a little big in there. That's because that's a prototype and it's actually a little bit upsized. But yeah, he looks super great in there, sitting in that seat.
Yeah, absolutely.
You've got that rear cannon we talked about a little bit on the live stream. So some more fun detail that we got to add in here. Some great play features and more pop-off panels. You can even see down inside there some of the panel detail and support detail underneath that. And then removing one of those many panels we showed, the backside there around the gun. So blasting away, and all sorts of fun hidden panel detail reveals of mechanisms and wires and hoses and anything you can imagine buried down inside there. They all pop right back on, and back to a full ship. So clicks right in place. Just some good stuff. So here we'll run through some more of the removable panels, so you can see some more of the underside detail on the physical model here. So that one from behind the cockpit, over on that shoulder area. And just some close-ups of some of that detail down inside there. There's some great varied detail, some asymmetry, and fun stuff of all those pipes and hoses to really kind of explore. This one popping off some of those engine cover details. So you'll be able to open those up and look down inside the engine core and really explore what might be going on inside the Razor Crest. So
yeah,
fun stuff there. More panels coming off.
We said on the launch how this isn't just kind of a shell. It's in keeping with those vintage principles, and yeah, it's great to see kind of the layers and the level of complexity.
Yeah, and you can see here and it just keeps going. Every time I've played with this thing, yep. And then here's a nice panning shot just to see all those separate parts that we just pulled off laying there. And you'll even notice, even as many as that is, it's still not all of them. Those rear couple panels on the back that we saw around the rear blasters and that rear deck, those are still on the ship there. So there's even more beyond this. And then when you consider the engines coming off and the big main cannons up on the front coming off as well, this can get stripped down to the bones. So really fun to see all that stuff through there. So you can see a bunch of that detail down inside the cargo hold.